What is going on, YouTube? TNT here, bringing you week 2 of the TEC low tier. Now, this time I've actually left myself enough time to give a proper team builder. Yay! Foresight. Basically, while I'm waiting for Lukat to accept or send the challenge or whatever, I'm just going to go through my thought processes on each of these Pokemon individually. And I'm going to start at the top with the Dino Bird, aka Archeops. So this is a Scarfeops. It's a fairly basic set: U-turn, Earthquake, Stone Edge, Dual Wing Beat on the Scarf. It's designed this way because my opponent has a Tyrantrum and just a lot of stuff that generally does well with the Scarf. Like there's a Phantom in there, there's all sorts of things. Basically, the plan is this guy's probably going to be my lead. I'm probably clicking U-turn, even if it's a Swellow. He's guaranteed to outspeed anything that isn't Swellow or Dougie. So that's nice. And then the other two, obviously, they need to be a Scarf. He's crept down to Simisear just in case Simisear is a Scarf. And yes, I think Simisear's coming. I mean, hey, I got this guy. Anyway, the Dinosaur Bird has got a full attack speed creep set. I've got the 2 8s on defense and special defense to get to even numbers while boosting, and 56 to get 4N plus 1 for the Rock's Weak HP calc. This next set. So last week I realized, so I prepped for and played week 1 before I did my draft analysis, or at least I prepped for it. I'm not entirely sure. But I forgot to change the nickname. It was Lizard Thing. I remember I changed the nickname to Steve while recording my draft analysis. So therefore, I have changed the mistake. Drapion is now Steve. In any case, I've got an Expert Belt Swords Dance setup set with Poison Jab, Knockoff, Brick Break. Similar to last week's set. Last week was a Swords Dance set, but that one had Black Sludge. The reason for Expert Belt is because it makes a couple of calcs look a whole lot better, especially on Knockoff, because my opponent is very Knockoff weak. I believe his only resists to Knockoff is his Umbreon, and that doesn't do too hot against Brick Break. And between the 3 moves, I believe everything is hit at least moderately effectively. Oh, we got a ping. Ooh, it's sent. So I'm going to accept that, and then I'm going to finish off this team builder here. Alright. So anyway, back to the team builder while everything sets up. Ooh, that's no Simisear. Alright, dang it. In any case, next we have the beginning of the stall, basically. I've got Resto Chesto, Calm Mind Setup, Shadow Ball, Hyper Voice on the Meloetta. It's bulky mellow. It's got 16, 8, 232. Again, this one's hitting 10N minus 1 because it's not Rock's weak. It's got 16 in defense and 8 in special defense for the even numbers, and 16 is in the defense because the defense is weaker. And of course, the 252 plus special attack to get the most out of that Shadow Ball and Hyper Voice. My next Pokemon here is Mudsdale, making its first appearance for the season. The horse is running Lefties, Rest, Stealth Rock, Toxic Body Press. This thing is entirely meant to be a Tyrantrum switch-in. That's its job, Tyrantrum and Dougie. And Dougie didn't even come, so literally just Tyrantrum. It struggles hard against the Lurantis, though, so I've got to be very careful there. I got to also be careful that if I rest on something that isn't the Tyrantrum, that the Tyrantrum doesn't come in and set up a Dragon Dance on me if it's a set like that. So this guy switches in on Tyrantrum unless it is Strong Jaw, Adaband, Ice Fang. And even then, that's I believe between the 2 hits plus the lefties, it's only a 60% roll in Lukat's favor. So I really like the horse switching into Tyrantrum here. Next, we got my check for all things special. It absolutely walls the ever-loving crap out of Swellow. Does pretty solid against his entire team. I mean, it doesn't exactly It's got Cleric function, and it's got the Moonblast because that's the only good attack that it really gets. And it's got very specific EVs because all it needs is 152 special defense and 108 plus defense. Gives it some nice calcs. It's 248 for the odd HP and 10N minus 1. Next we have, I had some fun with this one. This is the Heat set. So this, I originally was calling the 8-Baiter 9000, but sadly, I don't see any apes. Or any Rotom fan, for that matter. In any case, this guy is running Meteor Beam, Thunderbolt, Flash Cannon, Rest. Flash Cannon was meant to deal with Hatterene or Tyrantrum. Tyrantrum came. Fun fact: the Steel type, or Registeel, I can't believe I blanked on the name. It has the same attack stat as it has special attack stat. So there we go. We got the Power Herb Meteor Beam, and at +1 it OHKOs a lot of stuff with Thunderbolt and Flash Cannon. And honestly, for the Meteor Beam, I can just use it to trap Swellow, or I can just use it as setup. Like, this thing sets up on Umbreon. So yeah, anyway, now for the EVs on this guy, it's got 248, 8, 252 for evens and odd HP, because this guy doesn't really mind rocks too much. So, all right, now to look at the matchup. So his only real leads here are Lurantis, Swellow, or Tyrantrum, all of whom I am quite happy to just send in Archeops on. It's going to be interesting. Okay, if he sends out Swellow, I'm probably just U-turning on his U-turn or on his switch. If he sends out Lurantis, I'm doing the same thing. If he sends out Tyrantrum, I don't know. I'll have to decide if he sends out Tyrantrum or something else, like a Metang or whatever. But yeah, I'm really liking the look of Earthquake in this matchup. I'm also really liking the look of Dual Wing Beat. You know, I just really like what Archeops can do here. And now we're just going to wait for Lukat to get some water. Oh, by the way, this is the beginning of a 3-game stretch where I play nothing but other mods. So I think this is going to be fun. I know Lukat was Gallade. Ooh, Jelly! This is interesting. This is interesting. I was not anticipating the Jelly lead. Anyway, how do you do against Jellicent Archeops? Defensive utility. Doesn't do nearly enough with anything. I'm just going to U-turn on him and see where that leads me. Alright, so now I gotta pick who I send in. This is tough. So, do I send in the Doorknob? Registeel just hard walls. Even the physical wall set, this Registeel just says no thank you to it. So I'm going to send in the Registeel. We got Scald. Honestly, this set doesn't really mind being burned at all. So now this Registeel at +1 special attack. And I'm not sure if I want to pull that plug yet. Honestly, I probably should have just sent him Meloetta to try to set up on him. That's an unfortunate choice by me. In any case, he probably goes like Tyrantrum here if he doesn't stay in. So I'm going to be hard pivoting, doubling into Florges. He probably anticipates like some knockoff or something. Perhaps an Umbreon comes in. And I'm not equipped to handle the Umbreon right now. So I'm going to throw a hard double immediately into Florges. Although we do have lefties. Here comes Florges, and we got a taunt. What's next? How does Florges do? Oh, absolutely horrid. Here comes Metang. I'm going to stay in, do that. Alright. Metang. PU Stealth Rock. Ooh, okay. So this is specially defensive Metang. I see you, Spit F Metang. And to respond to you, I suppose the horse would be proper. I wonder, to do 9%, what is the absolute minimum on the Spit F? Oh, geez, this guy. So that was a min roll on Max. So I know this Metang set now. He's Max Spit F. You got nothing on the attacking front going for him. In that case, what does Drap do? Oh, not minus defense. Yeah, that makes more sense. I'm just gonna go horse. Let's see what he does. Click C2, I'll take it. Alright. That's easy. Now there's no way he doesn't pivot here. Like, probably goes into jelly. So I'm gonna make a prediction and click toxic. Because there's no way he's staying in here. Yeah, because if I were to go muds, even this 0 minus attack muds day, alright. Clicking EQ does a chunk, right? So, and then at +1 defense, well. Alright, I'll take it. Poison Lurantis. So now we have a contrary, we're staring down a contrary Lurantis. And I already know that it is an absolutely horrid idea to stay in here. Because body press gets him down to half and doesn't do nearly what I need it to. Absolutely horrid idea to stay in. What does Mellow do? Meloetta gets cranked. What does Steel do? What does Florges? Maybe Florges is the best bet here. I think my best bet is to hard Florges. Knockoff, yeah, resisted 11%. Next up, we got 18. So I'm gonna fly a wish up there. And use this opportunity. We got 359. Dino Burb. Up against Netang. Here. And then, how does he do up against Reggie, the doorknob here? Oh, yeah, out heel, easy. Let's think now. What do we got? So, what's next? This is, again, not the time to pull the trigger on the crazy special set. I still haven't actually used a move. Here, what have I revealed so far? I've revealed very little. He's also revealed very little. I think he's saving Swallow and Tyrantrum for the end game here. So my next play is to go immediately back into the horse. For the EQ, take the stamina. He's not going to go into jelly because he doesn't want to take the tox. Say, how does not even close to anything? Now I could make, yeah, I'm going to make this play here. I'm going to take the opportunity to set some rocks. I know, rocks are for the weak, but I'm very weak and I want to win more than I want to be a good player, so I'll take it. And I go back into Florges. Oh shoot, he's got defog on that Lurantis. Alright, I see how it is. He brought removal. Alright, what do I do from here? Don't want to get him knocked. Don't want to switch him in. Perhaps just a Moonblast. I mean, he's probably just going to go right back into Matang again. Yeah, I'm clicking Moonblast here. Just in case he stays in, doesn't pivot to Metang, or goes to somewhere else. Predicting a better double. Hey, 27, not bad, not bad. But, I think my best bet here is actually... He's gonna click Taunt. So my best bet is likely to just go hard mellow. He's gonna click Taunt or Scald or something. Maybe Toxic. We'll see what he does. I sent him mellow. He clicks Scald. I take 16. I'm gonna click Calm Mind here. This is a good check for his speed, too. This way, if he sends in like a Metang or something, I can catch him. Or a, Yes, sir! Alright. So now, if I go into Meloetta, here, up against Metang, who is, by the way, absolutely crazy, especially bulky. But if I go to +1, chances are I definitely 2-co from here, so I'm going to click Shadow Ball. Or do I click Calm Mind again? Because I am running Resto Chesto, and this guy... This guy can't do anything to me, so I'm just gonna click Calm Mind again. What's he gonna click? Toxic. Okay, that's fine. See, now that I'm at +2, how much does Shadow Ball do? Oh yeah, that's good. Now I'm gonna click Shadow Ball, and the next turn I Resto Chesto. And the best part is that at +2, I can just click Hyper Voice now. I'm guaranteed to outspeed Lurantis. Guaranteed to outspeed him. I probably outspeed the Umbreon. My one concern is Tyrantrum. Although, this Metang, I've got to say, he did surprise me with his Brinks. Like, I was expecting Simisear to come. I was also possibly expecting a Rotom fan. I don't know. I don't think I was expecting the Lurantis. I don't think I was expecting Metang either, if I'm honest. And Resto Chesto Magic. Alright. Now I click Hyper Voice to guarantee a kill. And also catch Swellow if it tries to pivot in. Just Swellow. Take. Swellow just gets clobbered. Alright, finally a kill. I'll take it. I will take it. Meloetta. Doing what it should. I've revealed my entire set. I've used the Resto Chesto. But I am at +2/+2. The Swellow. Oh, I forgot to +2 my special defense. Oh, that does nothing. And then there's the good old Tyrantrum. If he Scarf, he doesn't even kill. And I have a solid chance to kill in return. I don't think he wants to put it up to that. I mean, I would be perfectly happy to. Does he kill with plus attack even? He does not. So any Scarf set cannot kill this Meloetta. Let's check. How do I do against Umbreon sets? Currently, I've got a solid shot at the Umbreon if he's Fizz-Def. You know, I probably should have taken that opportunity to click one more Calm Mind, because that would put me in a much better position, but well, you live, you learn, I guess. That Metang is down. That thing had potential to be extraordinarily annoying. Like, ridiculously annoying. So I'm glad I got it down. Honestly, the Metang was the most annoying thing for Registeel. So I'm viewing this Meloetta as a chance to really clear the way for Registeel here. I mean, also, it could just rack up a couple more kills before going down, too. That would be nice. Who knows? Maybe I can luck my way in, sort of, to a full kill. Yeah, because that Lorantis ain't outspeeding, and it's getting O-code. That Jellicent might probably won't outspeed. Probably not a fast set. Probably not a fast set on that, so that'll probably die to Shadow Ball as well. Oh yeah, there's a solid chance that I just sweep from here. Holy. And had I done another Calm Mind, it would have been a sure sweep. Ugh, that sucks. If I had done another Calm Mind, though, he probably would have toxed me. Or maybe another Calm Mind before the, Here we go. It's the critical moment now. We've got a solid chance to Oko here. Head smash missed. Is it over? Yes, it is. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. Was he banned or scarf? Yeah, it didn't kill. It did not kill. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, either way, the Tyrantrum was dying. Now I click Hyper Voice. And I think I just run the table. I mean, I did win from there because the Tyrantrum was down. I think I won from there, though. Yep, now I click Shadow Ball. And this is just so over. My gosh, I did not expect this in the slightest. Dang, I'm really sorry about that. I was looking forward to a long game. Like, I was setting up for the long haul. I honestly thought that was going to be a really great game. I felt like I played it well at the beginning, and yeah, that head smash just sucks. Oh yeah, this is over. That was a short one. I am sorry for the hacks, Lukat. That is really rough. I wish it didn't happen that way. And I'm also very sorry that I didn't get to use the Registeel. That was very sad. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah, that really sucks. The RNG sucked. Yeah, it did. It really did suck. I mean, I did win from there, but it was a lot tougher, and it certainly was not a 6-0. Yeah. Well, anyway, see y'all next time. Alright, so because that game ended very abruptly, uh, Lukat and I, and very unfortunately, Lukat and I ended up doing theory mons for approximately the next 18 hours, which is about as long as that game would have lasted if Head Smash didn't miss. So basically, because that game ended abruptly and the theory monster this one is so interesting, I'm just going to give it a quick recap because I need content badly. This should be edited onto the end of the video. If it's not, it's going to come as a separate video. So whatever, I doubt it will be watched as a separate video. In any case, big thanks to Lukat. He actually gave me this idea. He just like I was complaining about how I was lacking content because of this, and he's like, "You can just screen cap theory mods." Like, why didn't I think of that? So, big thanks to Lukat for the fun conversation, fun game, and for the awesome idea of just recording the theory mons because it was damn interesting. So, I'm going to get back up to the top. Alright. So, for starters, you do, as you always do when you mega hack someone, you do the apologies. And then we got over what would happen from that turn. So, I mentioned that I did win from that turn no matter what, because once Tyrantrum was under 20%, oh, by the way, sorry for the language, I wasn't expecting this to end up on the YouTube, so excuse the profanity in the chat. If you don't want to read it, just close your eyes or something. Basically, I say, yeah, I would have won from there. It definitely was not a 6-0, though. Double taunt did do a decent job against me. Lukat brought up a fair point there. My Registeel set was designed to set up on taunters. It didn't... Okay, so I would like to point out that it does not get walled by Jelly and Umbreon. Lukat forgot that I could just repeatedly click Meteor Beam and set up on those guys. It is not affected much by taunt. I will say it probably did not solo. I probably overestimated its capabilities a bit there. It did lose to Lurantis. And yeah, Umbreon not doing much to Reggie, and the Archeops did a lot. More than 30%. But he brings up a good point there, that I would have really struggled to get through those other Pokemon without the setup Meloetta. He could have handled it. And Mudsdale was body press rest. Yeah, a Lurantis beats that all day, and the Drapion is not walled by Umbreon. And Swellow was doing nothing. He does eventually win the Florges interaction, but he taunts, and I later found out that he does have a speed creep there. And Swellow kills regardless, and then that's a roll, yeah. And then here we proceed to go into a series of misunderstandings that is what makes Theory Mons fun. So basically, each of us misread each other's sets. He thought that his Tyrantrum at +2, because he was Rock Polish, outsped everything. My Archeops outspeeds him. I thought that he was Jolly, not Adamant Tyrantrum, so I thought he outsped the Archeops at +2, but didn't do big enough damage to Meloetta to be a guaranteed kill. And yeah, I misread that set, and Muds was just reserved for Tyrantrum. And then we got into the pastes. So, here's his paste. You've already seen mine earlier in the video, but I can pull it back up as well. Basically, yeah, he was timid specs with Scrappy, Boomburst, Heatwave, U-turn. And he also had a very funny Tyrantrum set. I thought he was going to be choiced. I really did. He was Rock Polish, Head Smash, Close Combat, Draco. So he was mixed policy Tyrantrum. It did get outsped even after setup by Archeops, and Archeops does a chunk. Let's see, what did Archeops do to Tyrantrum? Oh, I have it up right now. Yeah, it did like over half to the Tyrantrum. Oh yeah, here's my sets. Just briefly. But yeah, it did over half to the Tyrantrum. And my Registeel definitely should have been different. I got a little carried away with the heat there. And in hindsight, he's right. I really hard prep for that Simisear. See, if I go back to my sets, this semi-seer was not going to do anything. The Registeel, as I mentioned in the prep builder, was the 8 Vader 9000. I also had a Florges, a Mudsdale, a Meloetta that were all designed so they could take out that semi-seer, because I was deathly afraid of that thing coming, especially because of how well Leafeon did in the last matchup, the combination of Leafeon and Registeel up against the semi-seer. I thought he was going to bring like a plot semi-seer, but he ended up bringing the Metang instead. I was also surprised not to see Weezing. That Weezing would have been tough for me, but I would have been able to chip it down eventually. Still would have been rough. Like, one of the reasons I brought Drapion over, say, Leafeon or Alomomola, did I pronounce that right? Probably. Was because of Toxic Spikes, and also because Swords Dance, Brick Break, Knockoff, Poison Jab hit his entire team, assuming I could outspeed. So then, we pick it up again the next day, because this game just had so much potential, and then it got absolutely scrubbed by a 90% chance of something not happening, and the 10% happened. And I thought at first it would have made a different 4v5. He would have still had his win con, and he would have lost his best Muds answer. And Mudsdale could not directly damage Jelly. It would have had to click Toxic. And if he did that play, I probably would have switched out the Meloetta, because I did need Shadow Ball to take care of the Jellicent, and Tyrantrum would have been a guaranteed kill. So it's a 4v6, and then we came to the consensus that we would just switch between checks for another insane amount of turns. And then here's where Archeops pops in to the conversation. And here's where we both figured out that I would have won, assuming we both played optimally, at the end. But it would have taken a very long time and a lot of sacking. I think it might have been like a 1-0 or a 2-0, or if I got lucky, a 3-0. Or it could have gone the other way. I could have choked it. So that bird beat anything that was not defensive, and Drapion was there for Umbreon, and the amount of check pivots would have been absolutely insane. So I ended up missing out on that content, but instead I got a conversation that has to be the single longest post-game talk-out that I've ever had. I've never had one that extended more than 6 hours. Like, these things going into the next day was unheard of, and that just shows how much potential that this game had. So I hope I get to see you in playoffs, Lukat. Thanks for the conversation, thanks for the game, and I'm really sorry about how it ended. So now I'm actually going to end the video.